Hello and welcome back to another video. So as you'll have seen from the title, I am back on the Great Ridge today. We headed up to Mam Tor this morning for a beautiful sunrise. It's the first sunrise that I've been to this winter. It was absolutely stunning. Mam Tor is probably one of the best places to come and watch the sunset in the Peak District. It gets very popular, as does the Great Ridge, but it's popular for a reason, because as you'll have seen, it is just absolutely stunning up here. You've got the whole of the Hope Valley down here, which quite often gets some amazing cloud inversions, and on the other side of the ridge you've got the Kinder Plateau looking down into the Edale Valley. So yeah, it is absolutely beautiful up here. Anyway, today's route, I didn't really set off this morning with a plan. All I planned was going up to Mam Tor and walking along the Great Ridge. I've got two options. I can either drop down into the Hope Valley, walk all the way back along the valley and back up when it's past, or we can head along over to the Kinder Plateau, which is what I think I'm going to do, because we don't get many days like this in the Peak District in winter, so I really want to make the most of it. And as you'll have noticed from the channel, it's the first kind of walk in the Peak District that I posted on here in quite a long time. So I thought I'd come back with one of my favourites. It's an absolute classic. It's one that I highly recommend doing. It's basically doing half of the Edale skyline. With this weather, it's forecasted this for the majority of the day. There might be a bit of cloud that comes in later on and gets blown over. But at the moment, it's an absolute belter. So I've just made it over to Loose Hill. You can see the pillar behind me, and from here you get such a nice view. Mam Tor's sitting there, and we've come all the way along the ridge here over to Loose Hill. Over there behind me is Win Hill. We could add that on today, but I think we're going to be pushing it with daylight a little bit, and we're going to drop down into this valley here, head all the way along this ridge and over to the Kinder Plateau, all the way over to Ring and Roger, and then we'll drop down into the Vale of Edale just down here. So we're probably about just over a third of the way through the route now. The problem with this route is once you drop down into the valley in Edale, you've got to go all the way back up to Mam Tor and then back down to where I've parked the car. So there is a hefty amount of elevation in this route. I will tell you at the end roughly what the elevation is and the distance. I did forget to start my watch. Absolutely classic Alex behaviour. So I started it just off Mam Tor, but man, it feels so good to be out back in the Peak District. It's the first walk I've done in the Peak District in quite a while, and when the weather's like this, there's nowhere I'd rather be, to be honest. And it's just the end of November now, getting into December, and we've been forecasted this sort of weather for the next week, so hopefully you all manage to get out and enjoy it as well, because it is just absolutely beautiful, and we deserve some of this weather because it has been absolutely rotten here in the Peak District. We've had heaps of rain, loads of wind, some crazy storms, loads of flooding. It's been absolutely horrible, but it's nice to have this sunshine back. This is the Hope Valley here in front of us, and the actual village of Hope sits just there below us here. And like I said earlier, there is a route from here now where you can go all the way back along the Hope Valley, back up when it's passed over to Mam Tor. And that is also a really nice route. I have filmed that route when I did a trail run. It was probably about a year and a half ago now, so if you do want that route, it is somewhere on my channel, and I highly recommend doing that one as well. I'm going to avoid that one today because I think it's going to be very muddy down in the valley, walking along the footpath that follows the river. Dropping down into the valley now, and then we'll head up the side of that ridge that I just showed you over to the Kinder Plateau, which is where I'll probably catch up with you next. So I've just made it up onto the Kinder Plateau. Still absolutely stunning, the sun's still shining, no cloud has rolled in yet. I forgot how long a stomp it is from Loose Hill. Taking it out of me a little bit, it's the first longer hike I've done in a while since I got injured. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty knackered. These views and this sunshine are definitely keeping me going and keeping me energised. So that's where I caught up with you last at Loose Hill, and we dropped off down into the valley here, and then we walked along this trail just beneath this ridge all the way over to the Kinder Plateau, over to Crookstone Knoll, which marks the most easterly point of the Kinder Plateau. So we're now on the southern edge of Kinder, heading over to Ringing Roger, which probably has one of the best views that Kinder has to offer, really, looking all the way down the Vale of Edel, and you have the whole of the Great Ridge to look at as well. And I mean, even from here you can see pretty much everything. You've got Lord's Seat and Rushop Edge here, Mam Tor, then you've got the whole of Great Ridge here, Holland's Cross, all the way over to Loose Hill. This walk is just full of amazing views, and we've been going for about 3.5 hours now, taking it nice and steady. I've had quite a few little stops as well, but yeah, we need to keep it moving because we don't want to be getting back before the sun sets, because we've currently got really short daylight hours. I think the sun sets around 3:45, 3:50 today, so definitely want to be back before then. Feels really good to be back on Kinder Scout, probably my favourite hill slash mountain in the Peak District. Well, it is my favourite. So much to do on here. I always rave about it in all my videos pretty much, so you know how much I love it by now. And yeah, I haven't seen a soul up here. So yeah, it's really quiet in the winter, especially in the week. And also this sort of section, walking over to Ringing Roger from the eastern part of Kinder, it's always really quiet because a lot of people park in Edale, go up Grinsbrook Clough, over to Kinder Low, down Jacob's Ladder, and then back to the car park in Edale. That's the kind of classic Kinder walk from this side. And either that or people do the downfall route. So not too many people venture out here to the eastern side. So if you want something a little quieter on Kinder, highly recommend doing this. Or if you fancy something a bit more adventurous, you could do the Kinder Skyline, which is a beast of a route really. It does the whole perimeter of the plateau. I have done that walk before and I have videoed it, so it's somewhere on my channel. Maybe check that out after if you do fancy that route. It's a long day out, especially in the winter with all the bogs. It's probably a route you want to leave for longer daylight hours and when the ground's a bit drier and not like this because it is very boggy up here at the moment. So yeah, that's a quick little update. I'm going to head over to Ringing Roger now and then we'll drop down to Edale and I'll probably catch up with you as I'm dropping down and I'll show you the stunning views you get from the Kinder Plateau. So I've just made it down into Edale and I'm heading out of the village now, back up to Mam Tor where the car's parked. Beautiful stretch along Kinder over to Ringing Roger. Hopefully the drone footage does it justice. The wind was blowing pretty hard up there, and the drone, we nearly lost it, but we managed to get it back, so hopefully we got some good footage there. Dropped down to Edale, perfect place to have a pint or a non-alcoholic beverage, whatever floats your boat. But today I wasn't tempted. Heading back up to the car because I am well and truly knackered now, ready for some massive scran, and I might have a cheeky little Guinness at home. And I've just been so lucky today. The sun hasn't stopped shining all day, haven't seen a cloud in the sky apart from way in the distance over towards Manchester. So yeah, we've been so lucky, and I've now been going for just over 5 hours. At the moment my watch is saying 17 kilometers, but you can add on probably about 3 because I forgot to start at the beginning. So yeah, probably heading towards 20 kilometers now, and we will definitely go over that by the time we've hit the car. Quite a big day out really. My legs are definitely feeling it. It's been a bit of a rubbish couple of months really for my injuries. I've had a problem with my back, my hamstring, and just my left leg just decided to stop working. Taking it really easy, done some very steady hikes. Probably pushed it a little bit too much in Scotland the other week, but yeah, slowly starting to get back into it. I've got some massive plans for next year, so I need to be sensible for a change. Actually listen to my body and get it strong again, because I've got some huge plans for 2024. So loads more walking like this, getting the legs strong, which means loads more videos on here. Feeling super motivated after a really nice break. Mentioned in my last video about having a really good break. Filmed a few videos since then, so hopefully they've all come out by now. I've got my motivation back and I really want to start filming lots of videos for you guys again. Hopefully we'll be back on the kind of weekly or bi-weekly uploads, so yeah, lots to look forward to. I'm really excited to be back out filming it again. I don't love anything more in this world than going for hikes and runs out in the peaks, lakes, Snowdonia, and now Scotland. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Anyway, I'm probably going to end the video here because we've only got about 1 kilometre left and it's just up this hill. I will show you the view from the top, but I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for watching this video. It feels great to be back. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I know I've been pretty slow at replying to comments and stuff, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate all the love and support. And once again, thank you so much for all of the donations that we had on our West Highland Way adventure. And if you didn't know, my amazing girlfriend Hev ran 154 kilometers along the West Highland Way. I was supposed to join her, but I was injured, and I crewed and supported her. She absolutely smashed it, and we've now raised, I think, just over 1.7 grand, which is just incredible. I will leave a link in the description. It's the last time I'm going to leave it in there, because I would love to get to that 2 grand goal that we set, and who knows, we might already be there by the time this video comes out. But anyway, thank you so much for all the donations. Genuinely means the absolute world to me. Christie Foundation did so much for my mum. They were amazing. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. And with all that being said, I'm going to leave you here. I will show you the view from the top. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers. How nice is that? This is why I love the Peak District.